An endless multiverse of possibilities awaits you, with champions from worlds both familiar and entirely unique to this strange realm. They wait to have their true power unleashed by the Summoner.
Is this over? I'm scared to ask these questions, 'cause I know that you'll reject my love. Moving slower, frozen to these pieces without a shoulder to cry on.
Champions are forever.
What is up? What is up, everybody? How y'all doing? We are live once again. Man, I was having some technical difficulties. I don't know if you guys noticed, but man, I think I got them all fixed. Restream was not showing me how many people were watching. It is now. And my thumbnail was an old thumbnail that I don't even have anymore because I deleted it. But apparently the web browser saved it. So tell me what thumbnail you see. Hopefully not the old Battlegrounds thumbnail, since we're not doing Battlegrounds and I don't have that thumbnail anymore. Anyway, good morning, Shadowverse. T. Smitty, first one in the building. Followed by Epic Gnosis, what's up? Legend 300, how you doing, man? What's good? You died again. Hello, happy Friday to you as well. Checo Jr., what's up, man? Hope you're having a blessed day, my friend. Oh, and we got Beefcake Jr. coming right in. Double trouble, that's what I likes to see. How you doing? Don't fall for the unit deal. Cyber is a little over a month away. Uh-oh. Can't wait to see. Hold up. Let's switch over here. Man, our house is smelling amazing with the wife prepping for a bake sale. Oh. Let me know when you are ready to start drooling. I ain't ready to start drooling. I haven't eaten yet. Brian, what's up, man? King Shark, what's going on? Too bad. Tell you anyway, she has mini cranberry orange loaves, mini apple fritter, loaves, pumpkin pie. I'm not really into the pumpkin pie. Rice Krispie treats, as well as full loaves of cheddar, jalapeno, and garlic loaf. All right, so I'm gonna tell you what makes me drool out of that one. The apple fritters makes me drool. The cheddar, I don't like jalapenos. The garlic, that makes me drool too. And will make me hungry. What do you mean? You're not doing Battlegrounds at all? What's up, Shadow Stalker? How you doing, man? Battlegrounds will be Tuesday, like it usually is. Did you see a Battlegrounds? What is this? Build your own offer. Progression, all right. Okay, yeah. We know how it works. Let's see. Build your own offer. Let's go. Ooh. I see absolutely nothing here that I really want to spend units on. Wait, you can spend units to get units. Okay. Radiance. Patience. Radiance. Not worth it. Radiance and Battlegrounds. Patience. Not worth it. Well, that was easy. And I do see this over here. But no. Yeah, that was easy. Easy to resist. What's this? Tech Champion. Get a little help there. And we finish this up. Man, my Hit Monkey was working well for some. But like this Gentle that I had to fight, I couldn't do any damage, really. And I'm not sure why. I was punishing the specials and everything, but I was never able to build up. And I don't know why. Viv Vision, it worked just fine. See, I wasn't the lowest one, you know. Hit Monkey did his little thing, but still. It was rough on that Gentle. I was trying. Nurser, what's up, man? Here I am now. How's your all's day? Going good, man. Let me finish up, grab this last chest. And of course we're getting the Invade Essence. Alright. That's done. I'm already done with war. I don't know how close this war is, actually. Are we finished? Oh. It was much closer the last time I looked. Let's check the defense. I think my defense was already done. Oh, wow. Yeah, I was here already. Let's see. Nico got 2 kills. Spider-Woman got 1. And they were able to take out both of those. Who gave them the trouble? 2 kills, 1 kill, 3 kills. Oh, it says 6. I was looking here at Nudge 37, and I thought 37 kills. I was like, whoa! Okay, yeah. Yeah. So Lumatrix, they got no bonus for Lumatrix. 1 bonus for High Evolutionary, and 2 bonuses for him. And for me, all my kills count. 2 for her, 1 for her. Okay, well, we'll see how, let me see, did they finish? Yeah, they got that, got the boss there. I think they're finished. Nope. I was looking, I said, I see a little sliver. So they haven't finished him. Ooh. They had a rough time. And they're not done with the boss. Ooh. They're fighting. They're fighting the boss. What's up? Going to the big computer so it's easier. Hey, LordShaedow, have you noticed that the heavy is not working? Sometimes my champ just stands there. Yeah. Yep. I have noticed that. And it's fun. Especially when you need your heavy to do some things like with Bastion. It's fun. I saw nothing of interest in that deal for me. I'm not spending no units on that. What does the essence get us? What's the latest idol? Insidious? Invictus? I don't remember. Our war is good. I'm backup, which I love. I only like being backup if people do what they're supposed to do and fight and don't wait till the last minute. That's when I'm okay with doing backup. Because I like to get stuff done so I'm not still thinking about it. But you got people it's like, oh, I'm working. Oh, I got a family. Oh, I can't take a few minutes out of my day to do this. And so you're sitting here at the end. Woo! Soloed Yelena. Who does he have? Ooh, who did he solo it with? Probably Bastion. What do y'all think? Bastion, DPX, or Scorpion? Who do you think he took Yelena out with? DPX? Soloed Yelena with DPX? Yeah, okay. I can see that. Okay. All right. Let's let me use a little bit of energy and then jump in there. Hey, Shadow, any thoughts on NBA and mobster connection with players? We talked about it a little bit, but those things don't surprise me. They don't. Steven Martinez, what's up? Bastion, I've done it before myself with a rank 4. Yeah, Bastion is that guy, man. So, I wouldn't be surprised. I'd love to be able to watch the fight, you know? I took my Yelena out with Mr. Sinister solo. Okay. Yeah, I can see that. That D-Gen, nasty. See, Jeremiah. Let me see if I can. Well, I'm gonna leave it because it always gives me trouble. That Streamlabs program. I start running it, and all of a sudden, OBS is disconnecting and whatnot. So I don't know. But man, y'all hear about that lady that just dropped her baby off in the train station? I actually feel sorry for her. She's clearly going through some stuff. That was a newborn baby. The umbilical cord was still there. It was healthy. It looked healthy and happy. You know, nothing wrong. She wrapped it up, you know, so that it was nice and warm, and dropped it off. And when we were looking at the footage of the cameras there, when they, you know, were looking for who did this, my mom looked at it and said, "Oh, that must be the grandmother." My mom said she looked too old to be having kids. But we don't know what happened. But, you know, I wonder if she must not have known. And a lot of people don't know. Or she may not have been thinking right, that you don't have to do that. You can go to a fire station. If your baby is a newborn, which this one looked like it was, no questions asked. You could just drop it off at the fire station. And they will accept it. And that's it. You don't have to do anything. It's not illegal. You know, if you feel like you can't, you know, handle it, you're not in a good position, blah, blah, blah. They made a way. And it's easy, you know? So her doing this brings up questions because she didn't have to do that. But I don't think she was in a good headspace, and or she did not know about those safe baby drop-offs, or maybe she felt like she couldn't get there. I don't know. I hate when I got something on my glasses and I can see it too. Okay. I remember how annoying glasses are now. Gotten to the point where that I'm doing older content because I have nothing to do in the game. Wow. Yeah, on 34th Street, seen that as well. Yeah. You know what they're dubbing it, right? Miracle on 34th Street. You know they saying that, right? Told my wife the same. I don't think she knew, and we don't know what she was going through exactly. And they mention that a lot in the news stories because a lot of people don't know. You know, it's not something that you might see just in the general course of your life, you know, that you can do that. Because she sure could have done that, you know, and you can't say, no, she couldn't get to a fire station. You got the train station. She's right there. So you just take a train and go to the nearest one and drop your baby off there. But what she did was illegal. So now she's facing, you know, the charges. She wouldn't have been facing any of that. Can you imagine doing the exact same thing that she did, but in a different place, and it's a world of difference? Drop it off at the train station, charges. Drop it off at a fire station, no charges. Some people we just can't explain. Yeah, there's something that was going on. I don't know. Like I said, that baby was a newborn, which means she was still in that early state, if you know what I mean. Post-mortem, what they call it. So, I mean, they got a term for it, you know. And some mothers actually end their children while they're going through that. It is an actual mental condition. So, you know, maybe she didn't have train fare. Postpartum. Thank you. I don't know why I keep saying mortem. Post-mortem. Maybe because I'm thinking of the mortality, you know, aspect of it. Ah, Postmortem. Okay, so it is a term, but it's after death. Gotcha. Postpartum is the one that I'm thinking of, after birth, right after, and so they have that postpartum depression, and it's an actual real thing. Hey, look at that! I already finished my featured, and I was doing the basic, but they started giving me those matches with rank 4 Sig 200 serpents. I was like, never mind, because they waited. I actually went from 8, and I made sure that I picked a team that always had a counter for serpent. I did not pull a serpent until I had no more counters of my 6 stars, my maxed out 6 stars. Once I didn't, that's when I got my first serpent. And so I got that one done. Almost took him out too. And I was like, nope, stopping here. I'll wait till my 7 stars come back around and just wreck. So we're gonna do this. You have Bastion. Never heard you talk about him. I know, man. I need to talk about Bastion more. I mean, he's a really good champion. I don't know. People just never mention him. What's up, Wingsbound? Yeah, I told my wife she put her in one of the busiest train stations because I think she wanted that baby to be found. Yeah, she did. She absolutely did. She wasn't trying to hide the baby. She didn't throw it out in a garbage can. You know, these things happen, right? She made sure she left that baby where it would be found. The baby, they said, was happy and healthy, so it was not neglected. And she wrapped it up in a whole bunch of blankets so it wouldn't freeze to death or anything like that. Yeah, it's when you're looking at it, it's obvious that this is not somebody that's just, you know, doing this maliciously. There's something going on with her, and we don't know. Maybe we'll find out. Haha. You and that auto blocking. But yeah, when I watch the footage, you know, and you see her walking, I can almost tell there's something going on with her. Woo! Hit him with it. Oh, go Bastion. It's your birthday. Oh, wait till you guys see this war that's going on right now. I made a big mistake. Oh, I made a big mistake. I was so mad. I brought in Crossbones. I maxed his Sig out. And I brought in Crossbones, right? To fight that Photon. That was a bad idea. Not only that, but I had messed up. Because when I did, and I'm going to say this in the video as well. When I looked up counters for Photon, for that node, I was looking down. And of course, YouTube gives you a bunch of videos that are not necessarily exactly what you search for, right? So I'm looking for node 28. And I see videos that talk about how good Crossbones is in Battlegrounds. Okay. And then I saw a video that looked like it was Crossbones versus Photon on node 28. But it wasn't. It was node 38. not 28. And I must have just looked at it quick and I saw it and I say, oh, Crossbones really works for this. So I'm gonna, you know, max him out and go in with him, right? Yeah, it wasn't 28. In fact, I don't see anybody taking Photon with Crossbones on that node because it's a bad idea. I found that out. Found that out the hard way. If you want the 7-star version of a champ, just rank 6. The 6-star, you will get them. That's funny because that actually worked. You died again. We can talk about it now. I took, because I couldn't get Carolina, I said, you know what? Who knows when I'm going to pull a 7-star Carolina. So I took the 6-star Carolina all the way to rank 5 and ascended her. And in the last crystal opening, I pulled the 7-star Carolina. You know why he did that? He didn't want to get hit while I was unstoppable. So he threw his special like that so that I wouldn't be able to do anything while my unstoppable was just counting down. This sounds like a Marvel story. Which superhero are we talking about? Don't know. Dude in Battlegrounds just dropped a 5-star Enchantress for defense. I haven't done it yet, so... But I'm hearing that this meta, Mole Man seems to be really good. This new unit burn event, AFKO, is it pick a team to auto fight or just one? I think it's just one. Just pick a champion. Taro! Destroyer. A gerbil is trapped in my boyfriend's butt. What? And can't get out. Should he keep feeding it milk with a medicine dropper or just let it starve to death? What in the world? I think you got other issues. Need the mouths of this game to say boycott for Kabam to put clear instructions to the game. I don't think they'll ever do it. They haven't done it since it started. What's up, Billy D? Beer Belly Buddha. I should take up my 5-star. Well, you know I got a 6-star Enchantress, so that's how AI will end humanity. I've been watching, or I guess listening to some stories. HFY. Different stories. Man, I'm having a great time with those stories. In one of them, humanity... The AI went to war with humanity. And humanity, they didn't win and they didn't lose. They actually bargained with them, coexisted, and they both got better. They gave them status. They basically did the opposite of in the Matrix. And they gave them sentient status, full citizenship, all that stuff. So, okay, fine. Y'all are alive. Let's go. And they were able to reach the stars and do all kind of stuff together. It was a wild story because aliens tried to take humanity out and it didn't work out well for them. Usually doesn't in these stories. I have opened 10 Titans and too many 6-star feature to get Carolina, but none yet. Carolina, hey. Glad you pulled Caro, worth rank 4, unawakened. I was going to ask if she needed to be awakened. But you already know I like her. You read that? Yeah, I did. Did y'all Hold on. I can't tell when I'm looking at the, hold on. Okay, yeah. Billy, timed him out. Got it. Yeah, see, I can't tell. When I'm looking at the, restream chat, I'm not able to see the mod, actions. It doesn't show me that. I keep getting Dazzler from Titans, Sig 60 now, and don't like her. Yo! I mean, I can understand, but Dazzler is tight, especially against Photon. For Grandmaster's Grace, it said guaranteed 7-star relic in the next 7 crystals. I opened 6. Guess what I didn't get? But did you get it for, did you get it on that next one? And of course, it would be the one person that can block unblockables. Anyway. I knew he would too, was hoping he'd see it. I took it out and not read it. Yeah. Woohoo! We won! Yeah, buddy. I'll make that video Sunday for next week, I think. She's definitely worth it. Yeah. You must have thought it was one that came back. I did, Epignosis. I did. You're right. I looked at it and I was like, oh, it's somebody, you know, telling one of those horrible pun jokes. Guess Sunday I will get it. Get what? Carolina? Oh, wait. Do you have Carolina? You have Carolina, don't you? You died again? You had taken her to rank 4, didn't you? I watched so many other people, so I'm not sure whether it was you, Trip G, Dread. Okay, yeah, it was you. All right. Took my time, 3 days. I did the 30 rooms incursions. Hey, no rush. And it's using champs that you're not going to be using anywhere else. Although I really wish they would do away with the locked, that whole locked concept. But, you know, I would love it if you could do multiple pieces of content. With like you have a team, you're doing this one, but you want to stop for a little bit, run over, do something else. Parallel processing. That's what I'd like to see. But it's all good. All right. Oh, 7-star relic. Have you opened a 7th one? Because the next one should be a 7-star relic, right? I opened up, as you saw, the Wave 2 7-star, so I got a new one. I'm close to 30,000 prestige. I'm working on it. I would have it, I believe I would have it if I can just awaken that high evolutionary. Oh, and I did do something else. I noticed that those Sig Stones, they can be used for high evolutionary, right? So I was saving them. And I saw that I could use them for Infamous Iron Man. a little bit more prestige, right? But then I saw I could use them for Bastion. And I'm using Bastion so much. So I dumped those bad boys into Bastion. He's like 119 sig now. And I'll be, you know, working on him now. Even though he is bad to the bone anyway, hey, it's more damage. He's more damage to an already high damage champ. So yeah. We fell all the way to P5, 2 members left in the middle of the season. Oh wow. So we lost like 5 wars in a row. That is just irresponsible and selfish. You at least finish out the season. Yeah. Levy, what's up, man? Close to 30K. Nice. Hopefully you will get there soon. I'm at 30.2K now. Yep, I'm getting there. Just opened a random 7-star crystal right now and awakened my 7-star enchantress. Oh, well, there you go. Although she's nasty even unawakened. But hey, guess I should rank 2 her finally. May as well. Yeah, I'm pretty mad about it. Yeah, that's foul. Call them jumpers. Used to have a jumper list. No, you didn't just hit him. We just lost by 2 AB when the other team died 71-57 versus us. Oh, wow. Wow. So they had trouble on maybe like one of your defenders. So most of those didn't count. Most of their deaths didn't count. Somebody was determined that they were going to get that exploration because they knew the war was close. And look, if they had given up, they would have lost. Usually, that's what we have. You know, our leadership will look at and make that determination. But most of the time, we just fight. We fight till the end. We always explore and get down the bosses. And I feel awful because I lost on Dark Phoenix. Yeah. You know, anytime the war is super close and I've died, I feel bad. Now, one thing that I've done that makes me feel better, I look at my defense. So like if I died one time, but my defense got me 3 kills, I don't feel so bad. You know, I'm putting out in the positive. That's how I look at that. So I could have died with my defense this last war, got 3 true kills. So I could have died 3 times and that would have just been breaking even. That means my impact in the war was very negligible. Win or not, don't you need every point for the season totals? Yes, you do. But some people are still in that mindset because we used to do it differently before they changed the scoring system. So people still do that. You know, they're just like, all right, we've already lost this one. Just relax. Don't use your potions and boosts and all of that. Just leave it. People still are doing that. I have a question. How do you feel about rank 2ing champs nowadays? I feel like I'm at a point in time where I don't care anymore. even rank 2 to 3. Well, I usually take champs to rank 2 if they're a good champ, but they're unawakened. And then if I need them, they go to rank 3. Like if I'm in war and I have a champ that I need to use and he's only rank 1, I want to get him to rank 3 because I'm facing rank 4s in war right now. So I want them to be at least one, rank below. I don't want to go in with a rank 1 or a rank 2 champion into war. So that's usually how I do my rank ups. Or, of course, Battlegrounds. Much as I don't like Battlegrounds, I still don't want to have to do it any more than normal. So the faster I can get them points, the better. So that means I need a decent team. Steven, what's up, man? Hope you're well. Did you know if you're the only one, the only one in your alliance that completes Symbiote Saga incursions, you don't get all milestones up to the selector? Guess how I found out. Wait. When you say you're the only one, oh wait, you're not the only one in your alliance. You're the only one in the alliance that did the sector. Yeah, you need 15. But do you still have champs that you need to use in War BG that you don't have at rank 2 already? Depends. Because remember, there's minis as well. So like, if I have a champion that I need to use for like say a mini, or something like that, I just have to look. So I still have lots of champs that are rank 1. And you never know who I'm going to need. But most of my champs that I'm needing in war are rank 3 or 4. And if they're not, I get them to at least rank 3. But like, for example, this meta, Bastion is ban immune. And he's rank 4. And I'm working on his SIG. So chances are I'm not going to need to take up champs maybe even next season unless they change something. Because I've got champs now that will do my path that they're already ranked 3 or 4. Now, one thing that also makes a difference there is how we plan for the wars. So I was in Battle Group 1, and you have a war planner who does all the planning. Okay, he takes your roster and he'll just make a plan based on, the node and the best counters, right? Sometimes he'll choose a counter for a mini and you don't have that champion ranked up. So you have a choice. You can either rank the champion up or tell him, look, this is just a rank 1. I don't really feel comfortable doing that. And then, he can switch it around or find a different counter. But that's how a lot of times I would rank up a champion. If I had a champ at rank 2 and I could take him to rank 3 and I was assigned a fight with that champion, I'm like, all right, and I would take him up. Now in Battle Group 2, it's different. they will ask, well, what team are you going in with, and what minis do you think you can take? So you choose your team, and of course you're going to choose your strong guys, and then name, you know, what minis you think you can take. And sometimes if we're not able to, like this last war, our war planners were busy, they weren't able to do it. One was not feeling well, so they just sent around a mini sign-up sheet. And was just like, you know, sign up for whatever minis. So that's what I did. And of course I didn't pick anybody that was rank 1 or anything like that. So that's kind of how it goes. Now, in the future, there may be a meta where I need a different champion that I don't have ranked up. And that's when I'll rank them up. But right now, the driving reason to rank champs up for me is war and battleground. Yajit, what's up, man? But that is kind of what I mean. If you are at 30K Prestige, the chances are that all the good relevant champs are already at rank 3. Yeah. You are correct. But since I love ranking up champions, I still do it. Anyway, see, I have fun ranking champions. It's actually quite fun for me to do. I'll rank up 6-star champions. Like I took up Carolina, right? I had fun taking that 6-star up to rank 5. The fact that I got her as a 7-star doesn't matter. I'm like, okay, now I got the 7-star. Rank that one up too, you know? Doesn't bother me. That's also why my what is it? My what is that, team score is so high, because I'm always ranking my champions up. To illustrate it, I have T3A, T6B in overflow. Just waiting for them to run out before I rank up anyone. Just think the T6CC are too valuable. Yeah, there's no way I would let any of those run out. And you remember we had like a bunch. The Act 6 compensation gave us a ton of rank up materials. And guess what? Can you guess how many of those expired on me? Not a one. Took them bad boys up. A lot of 6-stars went to rank 3. I ranked up some 5-stars to max level. Oh yeah. I wasn't playing. See this? He should not have fired that special. I really wish they would fix that. But yeah, it's what it is. Alrighty. Okay. You did the same with Silver Samurai? I won't let them expire, but maybe I get a new champ that I want to rank up. Yep. I can use those mats for it, but I will use them. Exactly. Hold on for a second, guys. Whoops. Hold on. Needed a little blood sugar raising. Ah, that feels good. Any predictions for Cyber? How many 7-star rank 4s will be available for introduction to rank 5? It might be time for a few rank 5 materials. You got the whales with 30 plus rank 4s now. So it might be time to start them working on their rank 5s. Yeah, I think there will be a new necropolis with rank 5 mats as a reward. It's possible. I still haven't finished the necropolis. I did 3 paths. Never felt the need to do the rest of it, honestly. Maybe they'll do some more Karina challenges that have you going back in there. Other than that, nah. So, do you have Maestro? I do. He just want to get beat down. Ah, there we go. But yeah, I do have Maestro. We got rank 5s, 6s, and Ascension. They can squeeze 6 more years out of 7 stars. Yeah. And they hope they do, because I really don't want to be chasing 8 stars. To me, if they ever want to bring 8-star champs, they just need to do it with ascending 7 stars champs up to 8. I think so too, man. Because, boy, I don't want to rebuild my roster again. You know. And it's so funny because there's other things they can do. They've stuck with this model, but they don't have to. I mean, when I first heard about the Ascension, I saw the possibilities. I'm like, wow, they never have to introduce new ones. You know, just the Ascension. They can build up their champs indefinitely with the Ascension dust. Instead of 8-star champions, you'd have different levels of Ascension dust. And your 8 stars can be ascended indefinitely, you know? So I don't know. Yep, and you can add prerequisites. 7 stars have to be rank 6 awakened minimum to ascend to 8 star. Yeah, see, they can do all those things. I hope they try to do something different. Rain Zai, what's up, man? I think throwing Max Sig into there as well for a requirement. Yeah. Like I said, there's so much they could do. Now, I'm sure that might mess with some other things. But yeah, T. Smitty, that's exactly right. That's the model that they have had for all these years. So they probably don't see any reason to change it. I'm good, man. They like the ability to sideline OP champs like Quake. Yeah. But we can hope. We can dream. But the idea, by the way, of taking a 7-star into an 8-star, that's like a progression system. And there were so many. And I don't see a lot of them in the world of games today. And maybe it's just too complicated for them. I don't know. Some of the MMOs that I played did have a progression system. But they were different types of games, you know? Like, everybody starts out with base classes, and then they branch out into all kind of different vocations, I guess. And, you know, like Dungeons and Dragons, you can multi-class and do all these stuff. There's so many different things that you can do. So many ideas that are out there, that have been out there for many, many, many years. Imagine, and it's probably just too complicated for them. Imagine if you had the ability to gain skills in this game. They wouldn't like it, of course, because of the way they've done things. But imagine you could gain immortality. You know, they might make it so that it's not quite the same. But imagine if you were able to acquire someone else's abilities and have like a lesser version of it. Imagine that. It'd be wild. But to do that, you'd have to really build the system from the start with that in mind. You couldn't just slap that on to a game like this. It would mess it up. That's something that you have to design into the game from the beginning. Can you imagine Doctor Strange, Human Torch? And we see a little bit of it with the those champs that was it the sim? What are they called again? Like Ice Phoenix and all of that. See, they do that because they can control that, and they can make sure that it doesn't go out of control. But imagine if they built that kind of thing into the game from the beginning, where you can have an Iceman and a Phoenix and combine them yourself. Imagine that. But like I said, you'd have to design that from the ground up so that you can do that. But can you imagine that? Imagine the gameplay. How would you fight? You know, what are your animations? I mean, whoo-wee. That'd be wild. But you'd have to build that from the beginning. Did you change your profile picture? What you mean? I don't think I did. Ooh. Where are you seeing it? A rank 5 Serpent, Thanos, or Bastion gonna slap? You already know. Bastion might be my first rank 5. I used all the comp from Act 6 to rank 4 stars. Still got over 100 at rank 1. Not enough T3 basic, ran out. You already know. I've been working on that for a while, so that's why all my 4 stars are up there. I'm actually now working on ascending all of them. Ooh, just dexing me. Oh, weaponizing that purify. That's what they do. Reason why I think rank 5s are coming is because of EQ prestige cap is 39K. No way possible yet without rank 5s. Yeah, they set it up so that you can work towards it. Absolutely. You like Shang-Chi that much, Levy? Okay. Do your thing. My insurance agent told me if my blanket got stolen in the middle of the night, I wouldn't be covered. Lord have mercy. Caveman, oh, good. What up, man? Somebody came in here, and I read it thinking it was somebody doing what you did. Horrible joke, too. Nasty joke. Fortunately, I've outgrown, got over my early childhood trauma. I saw something like that joke when I was a little kid. And I was like, what? Because it wasn't pleasant looking. It looked very cruel. So anyway, yeah, there was nothing fun about me looking at that as a kid. I was, whoo. Shouldn't have read that either. He's my favorite champ. Great for Path 4 in war as well. Okay. I'm working on getting Void to Sig 200. Just took to rank 3. I think mine is rank 3. But he's science. So I'm saving all my science gems for that high evolutionary. Saving all my gems for you. So I'm still saving up a little bit for high evolutionary. But I was like, you know what? I got champs that I could use right now that I am using that could benefit from those SIGs. So I'm like, all right, I'll save the science, but I'll use the generics here and there. And I use those 30 SIGs from the box that I got on Bastion. I can rank for one more champ, waiting on Carolina. Has her 6-month balance thing hasn't come yet, right? I hope they leave her and Nico alone. I'm 31, 805 on Prestige. High Evolutionary bumped my Prestige 500 points. Your High Evolutionary is Sig 200 now? But yeah, that, if I can awaken my High Evolutionary, that should get me to 30,000. Yes? Okay. Yeah, mine's not even awakened yet. But already went, oh my goodness. Well, that's that. I didn't know it was going to be unblockable. Why was his special 2 unblockable there? Okay. I will no longer rank anyone before the 6-month mark. Do you know where Kabam on that? Yeah. I had started doing that, but then they lulled us into a false sense of security. Because they didn't balance Serpent or everything, so we were just like, all right, well, fine. And then they pulled this. That's why we got so pissed. Well, that's why I got so pissed. Can't speak for other people. Luckily, my next rank 4s are older champs, Shathra and Quicksilver. They need to get rid of that balancing BS. Well, you know why they added it. Hercules! Because that's all it's there for. It's not there to help us. It's there to help them. If they nerf Nico or Caro, it's going to be mayhem. They don't seem to be worried about the mayhem that they cause. Bad boy, what's up, man? I got pissed because they don't touch defenders, but attackers, on the other hand, anything to give advantage to them for us to spend. Yeah, that's exactly right. And Herc isn't that great now. Well, if they came out with a 7-star Hercules, yeah, he'd be my next rank 4. Not even a question. Yeah, they're not ready for that. The only reason that you say Hercules is not is because they're nerfing him by keeping him at rank 6. I mean, yeah. 6-star Ascended is not going to be able to compete with the 7 stars rank 4s, you know? they're gonna wait until after Cyber to announce it. That would be smart. Greed is the basis. If they just ran a good working game and actually cared for the players, the money would flow so much more. It sure would, man. But you have the people, the powers that be. I mean, there's a reason that some companies fail even when they have a great product. And it's because of how it's being managed and run. You know? If this game goes down, it'll be in the history books on the rise and fall, you know, of one of the best mobile fighting games, you know, most successful. Did you max out all your 4 stars? I did. Do you mean max rank or max as in ascended as well? They're not all ascended, but they're all max rank. Derek 2000. What's up, man? We can't rank him unless we nerf him. Yep. Like Quake and Magic. And they definitely would. Now, here's something that I would like to see them do, but maybe it's too complicated for them. It would be nice if they had... Actually, they could do it. Instead of nerfing Hercules, come out with a 7-star version of Hercules that's different than the 6-star. You know, it wouldn't be Hercules, it would be a different, you know, champ, but it would be Hercules. You know what I'm saying? You know, like what they've done to She-Hulk and the Deathless champions. They could make a version of Hercules, Quake, and Magic and have them like that. You know, we have a Deathless She-Hulk and a regular She-Hulk. So have some other form of Hercules, Quake, and Magic. Why nerf the ones that are already there? Leave them alone. I need 36 more 4 stars to get to rank 5. T3B is the bottleneck now. Yeah, I went on a spree of grabbing those from the store. I used Glory and all of that for a while. And now, all of them are up there. And now, as I get dust, I'm ascending my 4 stars. I got quite a few of them ascended. Ooh, I love how they just dash back and get right in there. Oh, no, son. Special? Yes. I understand. But it ain't gonna help ya. Debating on taking down Emperor Doom today. Gabriel! Do it! He's fun. Although I had one bug. I meant to put up a short of that bug. Not sure what was happening. But we were just standing there looking at each other. If you remember the story a few years ago, but all this rework stuff is reminding me of what they tried to do to Simone Biles. You mean banning some of her moves or something? I'm trying to remember what. If Simone was going to continue to do so good, they were going to create a scoring system to basically never. Yeah. If she didn't do it to herself. Yeah. And they banned certain ones that she was able to do and score high, but they saw was too dangerous for the other folks to do. I'm like, what? But that is so funny. Simone was so OP that they had to do something. I seen a couple of those videos just standing, looking at one another, hilarious. Yeah, I got to do it. Oh. Must have unfazed. I'm seeing similarities between Kabam and the IOC. It's big corporate world. That's what happens. That's why when I see a lot of this stuff, it just reminds me of what I had to deal with when I was working in corporate. Same stuff. A lot of the folks that are CEOs now weren't even born when I was having to deal with this. And they're just following in the footsteps of their forefathers. Just repeating. You think about it, most of them are young in my eyes. And so I'm watching them doing the same things that the adults did back when I was young. You know? It is what it is. Maybe they'll learn, maybe they won't. But I'm a little pessimistic about them learning. I mean, how long have I been playing these games? And I've had some really good companies making games, some bad companies making games, but they all seem to share certain common traits. Come on. Oh, you want to auto block people. Eat all that. Okay, so going through the EQ and Viv is really tearing up the first chapter for me. She is definitely legit. Oh, yeah. They never learn. It's because we old. I know. We're here to watch the same mistakes we made when we were youth being made by the youth now. We're like, oh yeah, I remember when I was that way. Yeah, I remember when I did that. I also remember how it turned out. But see, they don't have that. So, you know, I don't blame them. It's just funny to watch it sometimes, you know. That's why sometimes I don't get into certain conversations, because I've had them many times. And I'm just like, okay, this person is making the exact same arguments that I dealt with 20 years ago. It ain't nothing changed, you know? So it's like, do I want to keep having those arguments, or maybe I just want to be like, you know what? Never mind. Just go for it. You know, just I'll be sitting there just like, you know, I'm tired. I don't feel like having that conversation. You know how many debates and discussions and all that other stuff I had over a lot of tech stuff? You should have seen some of the debates over Microsoft. So you don't hear a lot of that these days. But we had such big discussions over what Microsoft was doing. And finally, they got taken to task, but it was too late. Had they acted when we saw it and were complaining about it, it might have had a different outcome. But no, they let them do all of that. People were like, oh, they have the right to do this, that, and the other. I'm like, you know, if you let them do this, it's not going to go good for a lot of companies. Well, they made the decision. Acceptable losses. Microsoft most likely, behind the scenes, lined their pockets. You know? That's how the game is played. You don't see it in the news. I worked on a project at Microsoft when I was at ACN. Oh, yeah. I wasn't a fan before I went and still wasn't after. You know, I think I mentioned this before. I work for a company, Radiant Systems. And if you're in Georgia, Radiant Systems is the one that has those machines that you, when you go to the movies, the little kiosks. If you look over there, well, maybe not anymore, I don't know. But if you look over there, you'll see Radiant Systems on there. I worked for them as a contractor for a few months. And they also did pay at the pump software, you know, embedded software. Let me tell you, they did not comment their code. Ooh, I took them to, I was like, are you kidding me? You know, complicated code. And it did some wild stuff, and they didn't comment it. But in those quick, because that's why they paid so much, because they needed somebody to come in there and be able to learn it and be able to code it without a lot of that. And I came in there, and I remember they were a Microsoft shop. And they had, you know, Microsoft had these exclusive contracts, which you're not supposed to have, with them, where if they used a competing product, Microsoft would pull all of their benefits. Imagine that. It was crazy, okay? And they had that with a lot of companies. Companies got a lot of benefits, you know, low prices on stuff. Free free beta of their new products and things like that. They got all kind of different benefits. And they said if you use a competing product, you'll be kicked out of that program. So there was a, now mind you, they were a Microsoft shop, right? But they also, all their programs was in C++. Everything was written in C++ language. So we were going to write a user interface And I'm like, okay, we are a C++, we use C++, and we need a user interface. And I know a really nice design one. It's not a Microsoft product, but Microsoft doesn't have a designer that uses C++. Didn't have one. The product was called C++ Builder. And you could visually design your, just like Access and Visual Basic, if you guys are familiar with how those work, you could, you know, drag and drop different elements on the screen. So you could design your forms and your you know, whatever screen that you were doing, and, you know, double click on each field, add code in there. I mean, it's beautiful, right? And it all worked with C++. Now, Microsoft had I think they had Visual Basic, which did it, and they had Access, but they weren't C++. So I'm like, we do C++ here, so this seems to be the way to go. And that's when I found out about their contract with Microsoft. Notice how he didn't do it until he hit me? That's when they told me that they couldn't use that product because of the contract they had with Microsoft. I'm like, wow, you know? And what I ended up having to do, I used Visual Basic to do the screen, but all the code behind the scenes was written in C++, which I used Visual Studio to create a dynamic linked library. Link that in with the Visual Basic. So you had a user interface that used Visual Basic, but instead of using the Visual Basic language, I used C++ and just linked it together so that I could call the functions from the Visual Basic interface. It worked. All right, Nurser, take care, man. Gonna skedaddle? There are reasons I enjoy my Apple products. Well, Apple is similar to Microsoft in that way. They create those, what do they call it? Homogeneous systems. Microsoft did so many different things. There were times where Microsoft hid some of their API, which is like functions, code in Windows. And the purpose of that was so that they always had an advantage. You know, like they told everybody here, if you want to give you an example, they would say, if you want to create a border around your window, use this function. Okay, so everybody that develops uses that function in order to build their border. Meanwhile, Microsoft in their own products are using a separate function that is much faster than the function they told everybody else. Therefore, all products that were not Microsoft products seem to run slower on Windows. And then you had Microsoft's products that seem to run so fast. And which one are you going to use? You gonna use that program that seems to run a little bit slower, or are you gonna use the program Microsoft made that seems to run fast, natively? They got busted on that. But they did stuff like that. All right, Epinosis, have fun at work, man. Is sandbagging still possible in Arena for people that don't have built-up rosters? Yeah, it is. Oh, I just lost it. I wasn't paying attention, and he hit me with a special one. Look at it. I want y'all to see all this. Look at this. Nothing. And then another special one to kill it. There's nothing I can do at this point. May as well just sit here. Hey! I got him! That's how tough Iron Man is. If it was anybody else, or somebody that didn't have a way to last out that, because that I would have just been dead. My bro getting kabammed around 7 to 20. Yeah, you can still sandbag. You sure can. Jeremiah Durham, how you doing? One of the new Shadow Dwellers. Hope you're having a good day, my friend. Woo, woo. Yeah, buddy. I like to keep my hand in. Evade that special too. Sharon friend, I hope you are as well. I am. We just rocking. We're closing in on the end here. Maybe another 15 minutes, I would say. Just relaxing with the arena. Oh, what thumbnail do you see? Please tell me you don't see a Battlegrounds thumbnail. Woo! Hate the evade. Stand still. So I can hit you. All right, well, I'm glad I caught the back end. I am too. I'm scheduled to go 2 to 4, but I haven't been able to do that lately. I'll have trouble sleeping. Uh-oh. It's a race. All right. Woo. No, it's null with the chill zone on top. Okay, good. That's the one it should be. Yep, buddy. There we go. Yeah, I was changing up my thumbnails, and somehow the old Battlegrounds thumbnail got put up. And I was like, huh? Started grinding Arena after yesterday's stream. You'll be glad you did. I mean, it is a pain, but that's why I tend to do it when I'm doing other things, like streaming, chatting with you, watching TV, YouTube, whatever. Listening to a podcast. Hopefully I can get enough in time for Banquet. You'll be able to get enough for something. You won't be able to get everything they have, but you'll be able to get something. And they usually have some of the cheaper, what do you call it? Tiers usually has something. See that? Yeah. They don't want no quake and shake. They scared of that. She's shutting people down. Dang, they gave me another one? All right. Yeah, just figured I have enough time until Christmas to build up a decent amount of units. Yep. Now, you know Cyber is going to be here before the banquet. Do you think it's worth maxing out 4 stars for arena purposes? Yes. Now, you don't have to have all of them maxed out. You just need enough that if you wanted to, you could grind infinitely. As in, you have enough maxed out 4 stars that will last you 2 hours to get through. Because that's when they will start refreshing. There we go. But yeah, I was maxing out my 4 stars from way back. Now all of them are maxed out. And I'm actually working on ascending them. See? We've been going for a while now. And as you can see, yeah. Daily disgrace. No need for the caps, but how you doing? Ooh. Let's do... let's do that. Wish I had a 7-star photon so bad. She a bad girl. Dang, man, I was just pumped to be here. That's a bot, Daily Disgrace. How you doing, man? Those are bots. They people will come in and do a lot of caps. They spam caps and stuff like that. So the bots are just on the lookout for that. I'm doing good. Just relaxing and grinding arena. Yeah, that's fair. I said yo at all caps. Oh, I see it. Let me show you something. So this is my game screen, but look at this. This is what I'm looking at. See you right here? This is a restreamed chat. So you're on Twitch, and I can tell that from the icon. These guys are on YouTube, and it's going back and forth, back and forth. So, yep, I can see you. Let's see. Go back here. I got a question. I have a 6-star Nico. Is she worth upgrading? Yes. She is. Yeah, no. It gives like a little quick warning. Ooh, you caught my toe. There we go. Yeah, Billy. So you wouldn't hold out for a 7-star and upgrade the 6-star? Well, because of the event quest, and who knows when they're going to do stuff like that, again, because we had the Crucible, if they continue to make that kind of content, you're still going to use 6 stars. So going through Crucible-like content, you can use your 7-star once, and then you use your 6-star once. So yeah, some of the champions are still worth taking up as 6 stars, and Nico is one of them. However, I did get a 7-star Gallon, and he doesn't even really need to be awakened. I've been staying away from that because I feel like I'm wasting mats. Oh, for 6 stars? Yeah, if you don't just have those mats, I don't just rank up 6 stars for no reason. It's when I have enough mats and I don't have anybody right now that I want to take up as a 7-star, that's when I'll look and I'll be like, okay, doesn't really hurt to take my 6-star to rank 3. Maybe I'll take one to rank 4 if I have some mats expiring, you know. And as far as 4 to 5, that depends. There are some 6-star lap champs that I have that I want to get up. Yep, like Absorbing Man, Hercules. You definitely want to take those guys up. Archangel. You know, Hulkling. Those are champs that are locked right now as 6 stars that are good. Now, I don't have Archangel at rank 5. He's rank 4, but he is ascended. Yeah, I forgot your account is just so different to mine. You probably have so many mats in storage. Yeah, exactly. CGR, yep. He's another one that's locked as 6-star. Well, give it time, Daily Disgrace. Double D. It takes time. I didn't get this roster overnight. It's been years. I've been playing this game for over 10 years, man. Still going strong. In fact, the only content, there's 2 pieces of content since I started playing that I just didn't do. One was this temporary content called The Maze. It came down and I decided to do some other stuff. The other one is The Abyss. I've never touched it. It's still there. I could do it. Maybe I'll do it at some point in time when I'm really bored. But I haven't really felt like doing it. I was playing before 6 stars were even in the game, and I didn't hit a progress spike until 2 years. Hit him with it. Oh! Now just imagine how old Hyperion is, and he's still good. Simple to use and still rocks. Not hard to make champions that way, you know? Simple to use. And look at how long he has lasted. I have a 7-star generic 3 to 4. Ooh. Wonder if I should give it to high evolutionary. Only if you're going for prestige. There are other champs as far as functionality goes that I would use that on before him, but only if you are looking for prestige. Dr. J, what up, man? The doctor is in. She's ranked 4 right now, but Sig 200. Here you go. See, Kate Bishop. That's another one. Locked as a 6-star, and people are still using her as a 6-star. Let's see. 7 and 6-star Gallon. 6-star Iceman. Yep. Can I get an Iceman? That's a good team right there, man. Yeah, I love my 7-star Hype. He has stood the test of time. Rank 4 damage with Hype is massive. I'll bet. Ramp up them Furies, which are easy to get, even though it's a bit RNG. Still. Oh, nice. Yeah, she's a beast. I still use her all the time, and I have a 7-star rank 3 Okoye and Chile. Well, yeah, that's it. I don't know why I can't make my Chile. I just say Chilith, but it's Chi-Ilf. I'd have to. I don't even know how to really say it, but it is Chi-Ilf, not Chilith. But you'll hear me say it all the time. Woo! That's how you want to do me. Eat all this. Oh, Kingpin is another one. Yep. That Kingpin, you want him up there too. Can't get past chapter 7. Take your time, explore everything else, and use the materials you get to make your champion stronger. And then tackle the harder content. That's how we did it. Although, in Act 6, I waited. I completed it, and then I waited for a while before I explored it. Because it was, I didn't like it. Can't lie, I definitely need to get my prestige up. Although I'd rather give it to someone else. Yeah, if it's one of those things, I hate having to make that choice. You know? Prestige or good champ. There are some that are both. You know, high prestige and they're good. So you can focus on those. I say it the same way too. Yeah, most people do. When I first saw her name, I saw the accent in the name, and I'm like, oh boy. Do I need to awaken Kingpin? I don't know if he absolutely needs it, but you could. I would say yes, but I don't really know if he absolutely needs it. No, he doesn't absolutely need it, but it's a nice to have. If you get the opportunity to awaken him, I'd say go for it. Man, quit running. There you go. I have 3 awakening gems. Oh. Okay. Ridley Chowdy is Daily Disgrace. So you have 3 awakening gems. I don't know if they're worth an awakening gem. I will say this. I personally like to rank up champs if I'm using them a lot. I like them to be awakened if their SIG makes them better. Not if it absolutely, you know, if you need the SIG. Even if you don't, I still like to have them awakened. Stop glancing me, you. Die. Yeah. Catch all that. How is Ghost held up? I have her as well, just not ranked, but I know she's 6-star locked. What they've done to Ghost is basically the AI. You can still use her, but if the AI gets more passive, and that seems to be what the AI does. It's passive when you need it to be aggressive, and aggressive when you want it to be passive. Whatever benefits itself in the fight seems to be the way it goes. You know, hey, you need to intercept, so then they just don't attack you. Can't intercept if they don't attack. So, yeah, I don't use Ghost anymore. She used to be my favorite for a while. It was awesome. They fixed that up. Yeah, Ghost sucks a bit now. They definitely have a specific AI for defenders who face her now. Yeah. And they'll wait until your phase is almost up, and then they'll attack. So that your phase will end in the middle of their special or their combo. It's what they'll do now. So, yeah, I don't use her. And see, she's one that they could bring back as a 7-star. I wouldn't chase her. Do you know how to use Nico? I do. And I'm learning. I have a video. I got many videos, you know, Ridley. You can take a look at some of them. But I have a video on Nico, and I've been learning to use her better. But she's not that difficult to use. And she is fun. And they better not touch her. She's my naughty girl. And you see, well, you might not have been here, but I have her on defense because she keeps getting banned in war. They have, she's on defense and she be getting me kills. I didn't realize that she's a very good defender as well. She's a kind of a hidden secret threat. I mean, a hidden dual threat. But yeah, she's in my Battlegrounds team for sure. And I did take it to rank 4. And I used an Awakening Gem on her. Oh, you did not just put your feet on me. Be touching me with your feet. That ain't right. Oh, nasty, smelly feet. Just thought about how bad I want Superior Iron Man after the rework. Yeah, he puts out some crazy good damage. Yes, sir. Are you the guy that does the deep dives that they put on each character? You mean from Kabam? No. I do my own that are on the channel. They're not official Kabam ones, though. I just go through the kit. I do them different than Kabam does them. Kabam's deep dives are partly advertising the champion. Mine are more analytical. I just go through their kit and look over the things, and I'm usually doing it for the first time, so we're learning it together, and I'm just looking at it and I'm going, oh, you know, because I usually don't look at their kit until I do one of those videos. Used to hate him when I pulled him, but now I can't see to get him anymore. That's because he knows you hated him. He mad at you now. I remember, who was it? It was a 6-star back in the day. 6-star Doctor Strange in a Nexus. And a, who else was it? Oh, I forgot now. But I chose Doctor Strange. Not because he was better, but because I didn't have a 5-star Doctor Strange either. And so I wanted to get that 6-star. And I forget who it was, but it was another champ that I wanted. And I did not get them for a long time after that. They were mad. They were mad at me. They refused to come to my roster for a while. But yeah, the deep dives, that's Karate Mike. And if you look at their deep dives, you see it's, you know, they go over some of the stuff, but it's more of a selling a champion. But I go through the kit. We go through everything. Now, because it's often the first time I'm looking at it, you know, I couldn't tell you whether, you know, the best rotations and all of that stuff. That usually comes out later. I'm just looking at the champ. And that's something, sometimes I have to, I don't think I've done that for too many. Are you talking about Superior Iron Man? Oh, yeah. I can't remember. Did I do one for Superior Iron Man? After his rework? Hit her with it. Say with the proper rotation, SP1 can do like 200K. Yeah. You build up. And it's easy to build him up too. Yeah, I don't think, did I? I don't think I've raked mine up, but I've used him in the Necropolis. I can't upgrade him. I don't have any cosmics. Oh, man. But yeah, his rework is nice. He puts out quite a bit of damage ramped up. What progression level are you? I'm at Valiant. Man, just ate and I am starving again all of a sudden. Loving the cooked garlic smell emanating through the house right now. Oh, man. Wife taking good care of you, man. Story progression all the way to 9.3. Waiting for the next one. Yep, I have Discord. Do a Discord command and you'll get the link. Come on. Bring it. Bring it. See, like right there, I couldn't shut off her healing because she wouldn't attack me. So I couldn't parry her. So she just healed. And that's the kind of thing that the AI will do. And there's not really anything you can do about that. Man. And then she evaded. Good night. That should have finished the fight right here. She evaded right when she needed to. Man. But yeah, she a pain to fight if you don't have a good counter. Alrighty, alrighty. Let's do. Oh, I should have used leader for that Hyperion, but doesn't really matter. Come on, there you go. Oh, that's the worst part. Garlic loaf isn't really for me. Of course he stunned me. It's for the bake sale. Oh, man. So you get to smell it. Oh, man. Well, she might make some for you later. Make sure you drool near her. Is the leader worth ranking? He has encounters that he can do. Like if you need to have power control, healing, control, reversal, kind of like Void. So I'd say yes for the tool that he has. See how I'm putting specters on him? And then look at that. There's a wither. And you can stack them bad boys up. So, yeah. I think he's underrated. But yeah. All right. We just got done with the 4-star arena. So I just have this one to finish up, and then I'll do that one, and then I'll be done. So that is going to do it, my friends. Hold on. Don't forget to hit the like button. I'm going to look here and see. How did you just go on a 105 win streak? Yeah, I'm done. Let's see. I don't see anybody. Really? Yeah. All right, so we're good on the raid. But it's called the Infinite Streak. At some point in time, usually around win streak 18 or 19, they don't get harder. It'll get harder all the way up to like 12, and then it'll start leveling off, and then it'll get lower in difficulty, and then that's it. It'll never get any more difficult. And see, for me, with the 4 stars, all of mine are maxed out. So the fights will never get any tougher. I lose around 12. Yeah, because it gets hard. But if you can get past that, and you might have to sandbag, you know, if you don't have the roster. But that's when you want to save your strongest fighters. And then it'll go up. And then it'll level off, and then it'll get a little easier, and then it'll stay there. All right, guys. That is going to do it for today. I'm going to go get something to eat. Take care. I'll be back Monday. So see you then. And you all have a